Okay. Hi, my name is Kevin Mellinger. Today is September 6th, 2012. This is online speech, and this is the second speech of the semester. This speech will be a summary of the sections in the syllabus. The first section we're going to be summarizing is topics that should not be discussed whatsoever in speeches during the semester. Any of these topics that are discussed in speeches will result in a 0 in the gradebook and will not be graded. So the list starts with school uniforms, AIDS, abortion, alcohol and drug abuse, child abuse, drugs in college and or professional sports, talking on cell phones and driving, organ donation, blood donation, birth control of any type, drinking and driving, teenage suicide, teenage pregnancy, religion, baseball, basketball or football, texting and driving, the death penalty, and mercy killing. Any speeches on these topics will not be graded and will receive a 0 for the speech. Next section is the presentation section. There will be a minimum of 5 presentations and a maximum of 16 presentations graded. All documentation is required for all of these speeches, and the Holy Bible is an unacceptable source to use for your source. Next is the speaking notes section. The presenter can use one side of a 3x5 index card, but cannot use both sides. If the presenter does not use a card, they can use one typed informal outline. A 50-point deduction will be given for any formal outlines, writing on both sides of the index card and or using additional papers for the presentation. The next section will be penalty section, which will result in 50-point deduction. The list begins with speaking from the formal outline, like I said, using more than one side of the 3x5 index card, transporting additional papers to the lecture, or citing from a Wikipedia, dictionary, or any encyclopedia. All those will result in 50-point deduction. Next, we have the changes section. The syllabus and calendar can be changed at any point in time, and any changes will be in writing. So the course calendar is not set in stone and can be changed, and the professor will let you know if any changes will be made. Next, we have this section that will describe how each speech is supposed to go, starting with the intro. The speech intro, the presenter must gain the audience's attention, relate the topic to the audience, cite 2 sources, and preview the speech to the audience so they know what your speech is going to be about. The next section is the body. The body is going to be the second and third paragraph of the text. The first sentence is the topic sentence of each paragraph, so opening with the topic sentence so your audience knows what each paragraph is going to be about. Each paragraph must be at least 5, and be a minimum of 5 sentences and a maximum of 7 sentences. Any sentences that don't pertain to each paragraph will be excluded from the paragraph. The conclusion section is the last section of the speech, and it's going to summarize and recap the main points of the speech. And that's the summary of the syllabus. So once again, the topics that can't be listed, I'm not going to go over those again, but any of those topics will be unacceptable and not be graded. Presentation, minimum of 5 and maximum of 17 speeches, and documentation, not including the Holy Bible. Speaking notes, you can use one side of a 3x5 index card, and no formal outlines can be used. Any other documentation will be unacceptable. Penalties, speaking from a formal outline, using more than one side of the index card, transporting additional papers, and citing Wikipedia's, dictionaries, and encyclopedias, 50-point deduction. Any changes can be made anytime throughout the semester, and your speech should contain an intro, a body, and conclusion. And that's going to be all.